Cowboy Roundup, possible roster cut targets, keys to dominant Cowboys D. November 26, 2023, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, USA. Philadelphia Eagles cornerback James Bradberry, 24, celebrates with cornerback Darius Slay, 2, and linebacker Christian Ellis, 53, after his interception against the Buffalo Bills during the third quarter at Lincoln Financial Field. The Dallas Cowboys have less than 2 weeks until the start of the 2024 NFL regular season, and it's crunch time for a number of decisions to be made. Of course, there are still questions about whether deals will get done with star wide receiver CeeDee Lamb and/or Dak Prescott before the start of the season, but there are more immediate issues at hand. By Tuesday afternoon, all 32 teams across the league will have to whittle their offseason rosters down to 53 players. While we wait to see which players will be cut and how everything plays out, let's take a look at some of the headlines making waves in Cowboys Nation to kick off another week. 3 players hold the keys to a dominant Cowboys D in 2024. The Dallas Cowboys defense showed flashes of brilliance under new defensive coordinator Mike Zimmer during the preseason, and there is now buzz that it could be a top 10 unit in the league this year. InsideTHStar.com took a look at 3 players who will be key to taking the defense to an elite level in 2024. 5 players Cowboys could possibly target during roster cuts. As the Cowboys work their way to the final 53-man roster, there are some players around the league to monitor as potential late adds before the season begins. Blogging the Boys took a look at 5 players who could be potential targets for Dallas as roster cuts are taking place. Cowboys quick hits. Optimism on rise as Cowboys aim to lock up CeeDee, Dak by week 1. CeeDee Lamb's latest Instagram post includes eye-catching song title. Cowboys' top-graded players versus Chargers include several bubble players. Heisman-winning QB still believes in Trey Lance's NFL superstar ability. Dak Prescott contract update says QB well-aware value, leverage. Deuce Vaughn receives elite PFF grade in Cowboys preseason finale. Deuce Vaughn's roster status, new nickname revealed by Jerry Jones. Cowboys tight end cuts will be real interesting for final roster. CeeDee Lamb contract negotiations dismissed, again, by Jerry Jones. When is the 2024 NFL 53-man roster cut deadline? Cowboys, Browns trade leak ignites fans on both sides, report. The Dallas Cowboys and Cleveland Browns had a similar 2023 season on paper. The Browns went 11-6 and were eliminated in the wild card round to the Houston Texans. The Cowboys went 12-5 and were eliminated in the wild card round to the Green Bay Packers. Both teams will look different heading into 2024, however, both teams still have playoff expectations. Could the two be in business prior to the start of the season? It would seem that Cleveland has a good quarterback problem, which could be solved by trading an established NFL starter for a solid draft pick. In Cleveland, both Dorian Thompson-Robinson and Tyler Huntley are vying for the QB3 job behind starter Deshaun Watson and backup Jameis Winston. In a recent ESPN article, Daniel Oyefusi argued that the 4th man on the depth chart could be traded for a useful draft pick. Dorian Thompson-Robinson and Tyler Huntley both made final strong cases to be the Browns' number 3 quarterback, Oyefusi wrote on Sunday, August 25. General Manager Andrew Berry said he prefers to keep 3 passers on the 53-man roster, as long as all are deserving, and Cleveland has that luxury. Whoever doesn't make it as the 3rd quarterback could be a trade candidate before the cut-down deadline. Thompson-Robinson, a 5th-round draft pick of the Browns in 2023, has been a preseason breakout player for the 2nd consecutive summer. Huntley, a former Pro Bowler who started 9 games and appeared in 20 for the Baltimore Ravens over the past 4 seasons, racked up 3 TD passes in the second half of Cleveland's final preseason game Sunday against the Seattle Seahawks. Thompson-Robinson turns 25 years old in November and Huntley will play the upcoming campaign at 26. All things being equal, Huntley is the more likely trade candidate, as Thompson Robinson was a pick of the Browns just 1 year ago and has an extra season of experience in the offense. But given Huntley's regular season history and his preseason efforts this August, he should be able to command a Day 2 draft selection from an ostensibly QB-needy team like the Dallas Cowboys. After Trey Lance's 5-interception performance in Dallas preseason finale, the Cowboys could be on the prowl for a new backup quarterback. Even after Jerry Jones guaranteed Lance would make the 53-man roster, it would be irresponsible of the Cowboys to not at least do some homework on a different backup quarterback. Huntley would come in and bring real starting experience to Dallas QB room, something they could benefit from if Dak Prescott ever goes down due to injury. Cowboys make final call on Trey Lance following 5-interception performance. The Dallas Cowboys intend to keep Trey Lance around despite his 5-interception performance in the team's preseason finale. The Cowboys allowed Lance the opportunity to earn the number 2 quarterback spot. He saw nearly all of the preseason reps and played the entirety of the team's third and final exhibition against the Los Angeles Chargers. Lance completed 73 of 113 passes, 64.6%, for 662 yards, and showed off his athletic ability in the preseason. However, he tossed 5 interceptions against the Chargers, showing he has a long way to go before becoming a viable option. Ups and downs for sure, Lance said of his performance. "I turned the ball over too many times. I think that's kind of the story. We had a chance to still win it at the end, and yeah, I just have to take care of the ball better. This sucks. This is one that I'm not going to forget about anytime soon, but it's part of it. You just have to flush it, turn the page, and be able to do that." Luckily for Lance, he won't have to worry about being cut. Cowboys owner Jerry Jones reiterated that Lance will be on the 53-man roster. "Do I need to see any more from Trey Lance? Can we stop there?" And the answer is yes, Jones said on Sunday, August 25. Yes. He's going to be on the 53. The Cowboys surprisingly made the trade for Lance last August, sending a 4th-round pick to the San Francisco 49ers for the former number 3 overall pick. Jones has no regrets about making that deal. "For a 4th-round pick," Jones said. "Are you kidding me? Although we did get Dak Prescott with our second 4th-round pick in 2016. But we've had some that didn't play in the 4th round, too." The Cowboys see a lot of upside in Lance. He'll have time to continue learning, and the team likes his trajectory. "He's just an ascending young talented quarterback that just loves to be coached," Coach Mike McCarthy said. "I wish we had 3 more preseason games just to get him out there, just to keep playing, because he had tremendous production." Yes, the turnovers are always the first thing we talk about. There have always been 4 or 5 plays each game that he'll learn from. But he continually gets better every time you give him a chance. I think that says a lot about him. He's just a young guy that needs to play. I think he'll play in this league for a long time." The Cowboys will make a final decision on their quarterback room in the coming days, with the roster being trimmed to 53 players. With Lance struggling, John Machota of The Athletic believes Dallas will keep 3 quarterbacks on the roster, with veteran Cooper Rush assuming the primary backup role. "Overall, Lance didn't do enough to take the number 2 job from Rush," Machota said. "If Prescott went down for a few games, Rush has shown he can steer the ship while Lance still carries questions. If Prescott went down for an extended period, the Cowboys could give Lance a long look. The Cowboys know what they're getting with Rush, who has been with the team since 2017 and saw extended time as the starter in 2022. Rush went 4-1 in his starts, passing for 1,051 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. He's 5-1 overall in starting action. Rush has played sparingly outside that 2022 window, attempting just 49 passes in his other 5 seasons combined. The Cowboys' hope is that Prescott stays healthy and the backup quarterback conversation isn't prominent when the regular season kicks off.